So, can Kaspa hit $5 this cycle? Guys, this is something that we will try to find out in this video. And of course, we are going to have a look at different things, that I have prepared for you today. If you are new, consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer that this video is not financial advice. And before we are going to get into charts and other data, I would like to point this out, something that Luke, well, different Luke, not me, actually pointed out. So he basically pointing out the fact that Kaspa did huge amount of transactions in comparison to other, how he called other blockchain dinosaurs. Guys, this is mind-blowing, to being honest with you, and Kaspa ecosystem is just starting, right? Because at the moment we've got only meme coins, not mentioning about different projects that are going to be built on Kaspa, of course, guys. So guys, this is huge. But before we are going to get into Kaspa's chart, let's actually have a look at BTC's chart, because obviously that is a very important thing. So guys, first things first, BTC got pretty much rejected roughly from this area of resistance that lays at around 69,490, and at the moment what is happening on a daily with BTC is basically this bullish candle, right? We had a huge buying pressure in here when BTC dips to 65k, which, by the way, I was also mentioning that this is a possibility that actually might happen. So guys, remember to follow the channel because I'm giving you good alpha, I believe. Anyways, what we are experiencing at the moment on a daily for BTC is that we have bounced from this level of support that also belongs to this whole channel, and we've got another candle that basically looks very bullish on a daily. So guys, we have to remember that we are sitting on a bullish market, and liquidity grab could potentially happen. So I'm not saying that from now on we are going to go towards the upside only, but it's definitely possible that BTC could drop. Don't worry, we are going to look at Kaspa very soon, but firstly let's have a look at liquidity levels for BTC. So first of all, guys, more people are longing BTC versus shorting. So every single time people are basically longing, their stop losses are basically in here. So guys, if BTC is going to pull back to, let's say, level of 66,700, which definitely is not out of the question considering that we had this liquidity grab already, then obviously market is going to pull back a little bit. However, we also have liquidity in this area. I believe we could see some short-term pullback for BTC, which potentially can shake Kaspa a little bit. So this is a scary thing because that's a monthly chart basically for liquidity, and we've got 11 billions worth of longs. So the whole market is longing BTC versus shorts. So we got $4.17 billion, right? Let's actually have a look to monthly, and we can see it more visualized on a heat map. So we can clearly see that this liquidity is around this area. And now, is BTC going to dip to 61? Well, this is not what I'm saying, guys, but we have to remember that this is definitely possible. So you have to be prepared for this moment of shakiness. So let's actually put Kaspa in here, since we are in here already, and we are going to see how things are looking like for Kaspa in terms of liquidity. And of course, we are going to get into chart very soon. So all of the exchanges for Kaspa, people are basically shorting Kaspa. That is obviously great because I believe that they are going to be liquidated because probably the price is going to go towards the upside. These are all of the exchanges. So guys, on Bybit, this is what is the situation. We got basically 1.28 million on this side, and on short side we've got 128 as well. So from the perspective of daily, things might gonna look very boring for Kaspa. However, this liquidity is visible in here. So let's go back to the heat map now and let's type Kaspa. So let's click on Bybit, and this is what's going on a monthly for Kaspa, guys. I believe that Kaspa is going to make a move to at least level of 14 cents, which obviously is not such of a huge pump, but in condition where BTC still haven't properly broke above this whole channel of BS, obviously Kaspa is not going to be thriving. Okay, so let's have a look at Kaspa's chart, guys. All right, and let's cover technicals for Kaspa very quickly. Okay, so Kaspa technically is still maintaining its bullish structure from the standpoint of the recent bearish dip on 17th of October, and we are perfectly being supported, and this candle has quite a bit of a buying pressure, as we can clearly see, and this is a daily chart, guys, right? We do have to remember the stochastic RSI is in this area, and we could see another, let's say, moment of shakiness, which I don't think is going to happen, but of course everything is possible in this market. So guys, that's the perspective of Kaspa, right, on a daily. However, we can clearly see that on a weekly time frame, Kaspa is basically at the rock bottom. Okay, so what does it mean? Well, probably the price is going to go towards the upsides, as I mentioned before, probably upside of 14 cents roughly, which won't gonna be a huge pump. However, it's definitely better than nothing. So we've got around 10, perhaps 12%. But you can imagine if Kaspa is going to hit 12%, how much Nacho is actually going to pump. Okay, anyways, we are going to get into Nacho very soon. And now guys, looking at overall market, we can see that some altcoins are experiencing, you know, bullishness on a daily, like say for example 21%, and Kaspa at the moment is not really, you know, visible in these bubbles. So on a weekly, this is how things are going on, and this visual representation definitely helps us to actually understand that, you know, not every single altcoin is pumping at the same time, like Ape, Ray, and Safe, for example, versus Bread, Solana, which obviously is one of the top movers during this cycle, and we've got some Popcat, whatever guys. We've got ETF inflows as of yesterday and 2 days ago, actually 192, 188, which is obviously bullish. Inflows are definitely contributing positively towards, you know, pumps for BTC, but of course we are waiting for different catalysts, which I'm going to cover quite soon. So guys, also another factor is that nobody gives a damn about crypto at the moment, only us, right? Me, the person that is actually making these videos, and you that are, I believe, crypto insiders, because crypto outsiders, let's say, are still not here, and this is something that we can clearly see in here. So guys, we can see how this interest actually spiked for crypto and Bitcoin search term in March this year, when BTC basically saw its all-time highs, and you know, altcoins basically saw its a rally, let's say. So guys, nobody gives a crap about crypto at the moment, which obviously is a great thing. So now, coming back to Nacho, guys, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy Nacho. However, Nacho is currently, well, basically at the buying zone, right? Because many people were probably jumping into Nacho when Nacho, you know, saw its all-time highs, at least on this chart on Pionex. But now probably people are not really interested when Nacho is down 27%. Okay, I have purchased my Nacho in here, but obviously I'm waiting for much bigger pumps for Nacho because I believe that we are still early in this cycle. So guys, looking at overall KRC20 ecosystem, we can see that Nacho is still, you know, leading meme coin, and it's only around 3 months old. So obviously things are going to take time for these, you know, KRC20 tokens to actually pump properly. Obviously first Kaspa will actually have to pump. Okay, so guys, let's go through different piece of data as well, because Mr. Prof is pointing out something that I'm also pointing out on my trading view, and that is basically this bearish retest for USDT dominance on a weekly time frame, guys. So once this thing is going to get properly rejected and be dumped, let's say, and go towards the downside, that basically means that, you know, USDT is going to be well deployed into the market. Okay, so this is definitely a bullish thing, and of course on the top of that we got whales that are buying Bitcoin like never seen before. So guys, this is definitely a great thing to see, because if we are going to see at this huge pump in a previous cycle for BTC 2021, we can see that this pump in terms of wealth accumulation is nothing in comparison to this one, and I believe that this is going to continue towards the upside for quite a while now. And also guys, we've got the second wave of liquidity that is entering BTC at the moment. Guys, things are looking very good. I know that we are still doing nothing with Kaspa, but if we are going to look at others dominance on a weekly, we can clearly see that others basically are going towards the downside. So this is everything, you know, including Kaspa outside of top 10. So I believe that they can probably do, this is weekly by the way, another dump of let's say 5% to potentially get supported, you know, by this level in here with many confirmations, like we've got, let's say, in here, here, and probably here already, right? And this is going to be another confirmation. So every single time, you know, dominance dipped into that level, we saw a proper bounce. Okay, also we have to look at BTC's dominance and understand what is going on with BTC's dominance, because Kaspa and other altcoins are not going to see, you know, huge pumps, since Bitcoin's dominance is still spiking towards the upside. Okay, so that's something that we have to monitor. And also guys, let's actually have a look at these altcoins that are excluding top 10. So this is something that I was mentioning a while ago. We've got this double top whatever, and now I'm not saying that these altcoins are going to dump towards, you know, this level, lower level of this whole formation, but they could potentially dip into, well, let's say roughly this level. So that's going to put altcoins from 221 billion to, let's say, 201. Okay, so we'll have 20 billion dump potentially. That's definitely possible, guys, considering that Bitcoin is dominating the market at the moment. However, that squeeze is going to happen at some point in time, I believe. Okay, so guys, I promised you $5 Kaspa, right? Let's actually compare it to different layer 1 projects. I know that Kaspa is better in terms of technology, but of course we have to, look at the numbers. So guys, this is something that ADA has achieved in the previous cycle, and that was just a promise of smart contracts. That was 94 billion USD, which is obviously huge. Solana saw 75 billion USD in terms of market cap evaluation. AVAX did 30 billion. Tron did $11.9 billion, and now Kaspa at the moment is 3.2 billion USD. So basically, in order for Kaspa to achieve, that $5, let's say 4.94 from 13 cents that is currently trading at roughly, that would have to do 38x to reach that $5 mark, because that idea actually originated from the fact that other YouTubers are making that $5 type of a target, saying that KRC20 tokens are going to push Kaspa towards these levels. However, guys, we have to remember about the fact that Kaspa would have to be at $121 billion in terms of market cap. Guys, I am not saying that this is impossible. It's definitely possible, okay? I'm not entirely sure if it's going to happen this cycle, probably, in the next cycle. But let's say if Kaspa going to see, let's say $3, I believe that is still going to be a bullish outlook for Kaspa. So guys, I'm sorry to destroy your kind of, 100x type of targets, although they might happen. Nobody really knows. I would advise, although it's not financial advice, it's just my advice, that you guys have diversified your portfolio, and in case if Kaspa isn't going to see your desirable pump during this cycle, you can capitalize on different altcoins. Guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this quick today's update, and I will see you in the next one. Peace and love, crypto.